Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Demons Souls. In this one I'm going to be continuing on with the walkthrough, going into 5-1, I can't remember what it's called, it's kind of like a weird goopy place. We're starting back from the Adjudicator's room just so I can show you guys that we've got a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes just here. I didn't put it into the boss fight just because I wanted that to be purely the boss fight. Once you pick that up then, obviously there's a little bit of house clearing to be done, which I have already finished. I went ahead and got the two crystal lizards and picked up the colourless demon soul. So with those in tow, then we're going to head on back to the Nexus. Then I'm going to spend all these souls so we can get some levels. Should have enough for about 3. We're going to go with 1 vitality to 2 magic, just so we can continue boosting that damage. Where has she gone? There she is. Bless you. One of them. 2 of them. Should have us get there about right. With that done then, we're also going to head back to 2-1 so that we can upgrade the falchion. Is it falchion or falchion? I don't actually know. Anyway, over this way. I also need to remove my human form. Now with this lift, just bear in mind you can actually pass over to the other side, but I am not the person that likes to take that risk, especially when I've got human form on, because if we die, it'll drop world tendency and that's going to mess everything up. Although I suppose not hugely, just a bit. You can probably afford to lose 1, just because the double bosses at the end. But we'll drop off just here. Let's speak to Smith Boy. We're going to go ahead. Use some of that. So we need a chunk for the next piece, look. That's fine. It's going to be a solid damage increase for us. In melee anyway. So that'll actually increase the scaling as well as the actual damage, and plus our intelligence went up, so... Yes. Yeah. Back to the Nexus. So, a quick jump off a ledge and we're pretty much ready to go. I want to go over here. And over here. And then we drop off. Now, if you want to level up, I suggest you do it now. The next area does not give us very many souls. We may get enough souls to level up once from the boss. But the enemies between the start and finish give, like, nothing. Which is kind of infuriating, in my opinion. But, it is what it is. Grab my souls. And that's basically why I recommend a couple of runs of Shrine of Storms in between each world. Just because otherwise, you end up losing souls. Like, I mean, I suppose maybe you don't. If you get back to where your souls were, like, each time, then you can pick your souls up, but... I just think a couple of runs of that, get yourself a level, right? 10k level. It's probably is a couple of runs now. Yes, but, yeah, it's worth it. Either that, or go ahead and farm yourself up some fresh spice. I didn't actually do that in the break like I kind of intended, but that's all good. We are gonna keep on the thief ring. Yeah. It's just the massive reduction that we get in aggro range is just too valuable not to have on. You could switch to the cling ring for extra MP, but now that we're able to farm spice easily, it's just not necessary. Right, so, all this noble lotus we're going to pick up, save it. The second part of this world, which is obviously going to be a while away, is particularly annoying with poison. So save all of this noble blossom that we're currently picking up, because it is going to be invaluable to us later on. Trust me. So I'm going to go ahead, cloak up, just because I like it. You probably don't need it immediately. I don't think the first enemy's for a few steps, as it were. Maybe we can test out a falchion on the first enemy. Let's test it out. Yeah, it's not bad, right? It's not bad. It's not one-shotty, but it's not bad. So we're going to go ahead fire some of this over there. Now, I believe these guys are actually weak to fire. I probably could have switched over to Flame Toss. But I find the hold down and continue firing one, which is technically very mana efficient, just doesn't do damage fast enough for me to recommend it. Which I guess is a good trade-off, but you gotta do what you prefer, right? So we're gonna come over this way. One of the first things we want to do is knock down that bridge. There you are. You know, I never even noticed that guy before. So, as you can see, it's a little bit precarious. I'm trying to remember how I got down there. I should look at my notes. 2 minutes drop from rafters ahead while more aggro below. Use new toys to advantage. Yeah, we're doing that. Hag. Where are you? There you are. Something to note about these ones that are lying down. If an enemy on the floor, you can ragdoll it. Then it's not an ambush. If it just stays still, it's going to get back up. And the more annoying thing about them is, even if you see them early like that, you can't actually attack them. Let me see if it's the case with this guy. So this guy's an ambush, look. I can't move his body at all. Right? And if I try to attack him, it doesn't do any damage. But then he's going to get up. Somehow the two had attack, they did quite good damage. Usually it doesn't. Did I drop too far down? No. Where is it? There it is. So I'm going to go over here. So this looks hyper dangerous, but it's actually okay. And then we're going to head over here. So the unarmed ones. Oh, got talisman god. So just after we give one away. How hilarious. These unarmed ones you see just here have a really annoying push move. If you block it, it doesn't take any stamina, it just shoves you back a little bit. So just bear that in mind. If it hits you, it's just really kind of jarring just how it affects you. We should probably go down and get these, to be honest. There's no point in wasting MP. Falchion for the win, right? Doing its job rather nicely. And then we do want to come back over this way. For all of the loot. Technically there's 2 paths of progression. I think I actually prefer going down first. Just because it's easier to take the stuff on when you can see it rather than when it's running around underneath you. Fire poker. So just be aware these are going to penetrate your defenses a little bit when you try blocking them. But it's not like we have 100% defense anyway, so it's fine. Take you on at range by. Probably overkill for you, really. And as I was saying, right? 19 souls a kill. Aww. It's just nothing. So with that being said, let's switch to Present Moongrass. These guys are not worth using good grass on. Yeah, let's get you. So he's a trap look, see? Another one down there. Luckily our casting ability is working rather nicely. For some weird reason they don't never seem to come up ladders, so usually you're pretty safe if you're on a level above them with the ladder. But now that we've cleared most of this, let's go back above where we are. That's such a cool place for it to die. Sorry. Oh, I wanted to see if we could push him over the rope. I interrupt your regular walkthrough text with fun. Someone's going to be upset with that, I'm so sorry. Right, so now we're going to go top down from over this end, which will allow us to get the loot. Let's check out the ladder. I haven't even checked my notes in ages. Let me have a look here. Gory thing, no. Careful of enemies on ground. Didn't let me damage before, as they can mob you. Pick up help loot. Drop from ledge, clear enemies from under quickly. They'll mob you. Did I get the ephemeral? I don't think I did. Must be talking about a different bit. Apparently my notes are flawed. I'm confident we'll get everything, but my notes are flawed, so if I do miss something, I apologise. We'll come back for it. This is where I want to drop down. Okay, it gives me that. And that. I feel like this bit's the dangerous bit. Nope, turns out we got most of it. That's good. It's all just grass. This is why I probably didn't write half of this down. This is where the mob is. Let's take... Yeah, it's kind of annoying actually that they do that, but whatever. We have magical dullness for those that want that. Not bad if you think you're going to be facing off against casters. Probably quite effective against Fool's Idol if you're not a caster yourself. Let's have a look down here. See what they're up to. Just sitting underneath me. Why couldn't you have come down earlier when we were at the bridge? So I do like doing this better. Just because I'm facing the right direction. Get off. Right, there we go. We did nearly fall off though. I've got firebrands down there. Let's... Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Now then, weirdly enough, at this point then... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop pushing me that way. I don't want to go off there yet. We're not actually going to go through the fog gate. We're going to see it from the other... We're going to actually end up coming through that... The other way around. Because we're going to drop off here. Let's just read about this for a second. Through hole. Okay, that's what I read. I read it a bit wrong. Right, through hole, then drop from ledge, clear enemies under quickly as they can mob you. So there's going to be a lot of enemies down here. Did I drop from this bit? Or where did I drop to? It looks like I'm going to die, but I definitely did drop off here. I'm going to try this first. There we go. I'm just feeling a bit not that confident. Hey, come here. There we go. Where's the rest? There we go. Weird squeal before he attacks. It's a loot. More grass. There was another one. There we go. There's the Stone of Ephemeral Eyes that was in my notes. Haha! Crystal Lizard. So he doesn't really have the kinds of stones I like, so we'll get it if we can. Come on. Careful of these. They are... What's the word? They're not hyper dangerous, but they will damage your gear and poison you and stuff like that, so just be careful. Blessed Mace +1. So that will actually heal you. See what I mean by that doesn't do anything to your stamina when you block that. Loot. That's something. Got that, thank you. Continue around. Just like to check everything. I'm sorry if it means that I end up taking a bit longer to get through. I don't want to accidentally miss stuff. Whoa, where did you even come from? Get off me. I'm just going to burn through this crescent grass. I got plenty of the other one anyway. It's fog gate. I believe on my right we're going to have an ambush here. Oh no, this is the... rat bit. Okay. We're actually quite far. Oh, plagued. No! I don't think I've got the thing to cure that. Have I got... I do, yes. Stop it! There we go. See, the thing you don't want, you don't want to get these things stacked on top of each other because it's just going to be bad for you, right? There should be a way up here before we interact with you. So the way down there is actually towards the boss. So we now kind of have a shortcut to it. And then we have these. You really don't want them to pop on you. I guess you could call them ticks. You can't really see the bodies after they fizzle away with the magic, but if you hit them with fire and stuff, you can see like the kind of the body bit. Let's see if we can't get you out of the way. Just trying to show the way to the other side of the boss fog, so you guys can see where we are. Trap look, because his body's not moving. And even if I try, look, I'm going to try it again. Can't do any damage. I don't think he gets up until... Oh no, he's got up now. Hey. Ah yes, for the Saints set. Cool thing is, most of the series is nearly done, and the boss is a joke, by the way. For a caster, anyway. Where is... That's the NPC. We should have... I feel like it's supposed to be a bridge across. There it is. Completely missed it. A little bit of an ambush cross here, so just be careful. Just on the right hand side. Grab some goodies. And then this is the boss fog that I said we were going to come the wrong way to. In a second. It is up here, trust me. Nose Lotus. What? Aha! It didn't leave the fog in. Whoops, okay. I didn't realise it took the fog off. I felt like I passed through that before. Never mind. So that's where the boss fog was then. And then we can continue onward now. Let's take a whiff of spice. Oh, I used the wrong thing. And like, we've cleared most of the level. We're on 4,000 souls. And we started out with like 2, I think. It sucks. Which is probably why this lady's like really, really begging for stuff. Buy whatever you want from her. The only real thing of note, in my opinion, is probably the ephemeral eyes, which you can have one of. Kind of an interesting mechanic with this one. So you can only buy this ephemeral thing in soul form, and once you've bought the one that she has, you can't buy another one until you're back in soul form. The good thing about that is it means that you can always get access to one through this lady. So quite important to keep her alive, really, during the majority of your playthrough. Path of progression is, yes, we've got big lad over this way. Whoa, why have we got rocks going everywhere? I don't remember there being rocks everywhere. Big lad over this way. If you look up here, there is a path with some dudes on it. We will get up here later on. We can't actually get up here until white world tendency. You could make it white now if you really wanted. You could go back to the Nexus, come here, use ephemeral eye, go back to the Nexus, die, come here, use ephemeral eye. You could force the area into white. But with how scarce the ephemeral eyes are, I much prefer just doing most of it naturally until we've got all of the areas into white, and then we can drop them all to black. That's the plan at the moment. So we're going to blast this guy with a load of spells, because he is pretty nasty on this small platform. Just be careful. They are incredibly annoying if you're in a position where you can't roll, so just bear that in mind. Ugh, and that's what happens if you don't block it in time. Oh, I've got fire pokey. You mind? Luckily I got loads of grass I don't care about using. In with the ticks. It's probably a good idea to bring some firebombs or something for these if you don't have the ability to cast. Can I get a penetrator on you? That'd be great if I did. Yeah! Oh, I got 3 of them. I didn't mean to get all 3. Ouch. Can you backstab them? I don't know if you can. No. Go down. Fatty. It's not a fatty. Fatties are the firing fat guys. Let me just check my notes here. Cells chain, one of them did that. For loop beware enemies in grass, yeah. Proceed past bridge for Saint set. We did the Saint set already. Head towards large enemy, yeah, we did that. Being scissored, continue. Oh, careful, poison text, yeah, we did that. Soul Ray for easy time. Then baseline to the boss. Let's have a look. Where are we? There's the boss fog. We're good. Okay then, so, thank you for bearing with me. 21 minutes, did okay, especially considering we spent a couple of minutes setting up at the beginning. Needs a bit of spice here. So obviously, directly after this is going to be the Leechmonger boss. There's not really much to re-clear in this area. You could go back for the Crystal Lizard if you wish to, after you've done the boss, but it didn't really drop anything that we care about personally in this playthrough, so I won't be doing that. Either way guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you all in the next video.